Well, Instinct, we are blessed to have Cleo Berry with us today. He dropped into my little vision when he became an awesome, beautiful, wonderful star of a longtime listener. I was able to soak all that in, and I was very surprised about the production, and we'll get to that later. But Cleo, thank you for joining us today. Where are you located?
Thanks for the invitation. I
No
am actually
problem.
in Hollywood in Los Angeles,
Hollywood.
California.
Okay. How is it over in Hollywood? Are you loving it? You're smiling at least.
You know what? I love Hollywood. I left, I'm originally from Little Rock, Arkansas. I moved to New York City to go to college. I spent a lot of time there. And so where I am in Hollywood reminds me of New York City. It's like
Oh, okay.
people everywhere, cars everywhere. You might hear some cars and people outside, tourists, but I love it. It brings me so much energy.
So it's a kind of a home away from home. I mean, you love New York and now it's Hollywood. That's wonderful. Um, but is there a lot of crime in Hollywood? Because you star in this new longtime listener, and it's written and produced quite so well. I think Danielle Nicolette, it's her directorial debut.
It
I
is.
absolutely loved it because usually my friends hate watching videos with me or movies with me because I can figure them out. And I will
Mm,
this one I did not figure out, and I still have some questions, so I need to come back to you in a little.
really?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. Directorial debut by Danielle, and I think you guys are friends, correct? And so, did she say, "Hey, I have this role for you. Hey, come try out this role," or did you find it on your own?
I it was offered to me by Danielle. We met one or two times at a mutual friend's uh, party. Who is Megan Holder? She plays the other lead of the film,
Yes.
and so we met through her. We went to go see Danielle's first short film that was at a festival, and I was like, "Wow, she's so good."
Yes.
And then 2 years later, 3 years later, I got a text and she offered it to me and she was like, read it over. I've already kind of told the production that I want you to be a part of it, so I hope that you want to be a part of it.
Nice.
And
Nice.
I read it and I immediately text her back after 2 hours. I was like, I love Max, I want this role, give it to me. So
Now she's the director. She's not the writer, but the writing was so good as well for your character. Did she just say, Max, go with it, the writing's great, or did she give you pointers, or is this all you doing your magic as Max?
I would say most of this was on the page. I bring in my Cleoisms and all of that stuff, but the words were on the page. I can only fill in between and extend the lines a little bit, but it was there. That's what made me jump on it. I was like, I want to do this role. I don't have to audition. You're offering it to me. I'm there.
I had to think, Cleo. I was thinking Miss Cleo for a second, but no, the
Oh
character.
my gosh, you're taking me back a couple of decades now.
So this is a production. If you're all looking for it to try to find it before we go too much further, it's on AMC's All Black Network. It did premiere April 2nd, so you can definitely
Yes.
find it out there. I watched it again the other night, but like I said, I still have some more questions. But this was part of a deal of like a multi-film deal. So do you think that you may be called back again for another role? Are they part of that process, or do you have any idea about that?
I hope that there is
Can
a
we put it out in
sequel
the
to this.
universe?
I hope that I hope there's a sequel to this film, and I will be in that sequel.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
It looks like you're hiding something already. I don't know. It's hard to tell with that smile on that beautiful yellow background. What is that background? It's beautiful.
Okay, so this paint color is called Unmellow Yellow, and it took me about 4 hours sitting in a hardware store looking at a plethora of yellows to try to figure it out which one that I needed. Because I like to wake up in the morning. I like to. This is the kitchen. I mean, this
Okay.
is the dining room, breakfast
Mhm.
nook. And I just like a big pop of color. I like a hello sort of welcome when I wake up and look at the world. And this color just popped out to me. And then when I read the name, I was like, unmellow yellow. Okay. Call me mellow yellow.
Nice.
And it just really got me in that mood.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love
Well,
it.
it matches your energy. I went the other way with this, noir-esque thriller in this interview. I went very dark and kind of Halloween, and I'm a pale white man from New England. I live in Florida now, but I'm not succeeding in getting a tan. So we're kind of polar opposites right now. But but no, that's good. Thank you for giving the information about the wall color paint and the possibility that there may be a sequel. So that's really, really good. There was I had some quotes. I went through and I was like, oh, that's a good one. You talked about dating, and one of the lines Max had was, I run into red flags like a bull in Spain. And I was like, oh, wow. I think every time I fire up the apps, because you supposedly met your boyfriend or someone you're talking to who we never get to see because um are you on the apps? Are you dating? Do you need the apps? You have a wonderful, fulfilled life anyway without them? What's going on with you, Cleo?
In my personal life, I would say I needed the apps in the past, so I have traversed that entire scene. But at the moment, I don't need it. Cleo is very happy.
Cleo is happy. Good.
Yeah.
That's a That's an answer. That's an answer, most definitely. I'm still on the apps, being 52 and old, but I know about the red flags and the being a bull, so that was interesting. But you are texting. I want to get into some spoilers, so if you want to not listen anymore, I want to talk about the plot of the story because you are texting this person on the app, and I was
Mm.
excited for Max. But we never get to see the other person. And were you ever texting a real person, or was it someone else in the cast that you were texting? I don't think that was made clear, or maybe I missed it. And like I said, I usually can figure things out, but I was like, wait, what is he doing there? Who is he texting? Where's he at? I was confused.
It wasn't made clear, I believe, on purpose.
Okay. Is this gonna
But in my actor head,
be
he is texting people to help out with the situation.
okay?
He could be in his notes taking down little blurbs
True.
that they're telling him,
True.
you know. You
True.
don't know if it's an app until you hear that sound. And you only hear that sound, I think, once or
Uh,
twice.
okay. Okay.
Um, so
And so Danielle did a good job of directing it, but she also was Elle, correct? She
absolutely.
was
She
one of the
acted her butt
main
off as
characters.
well.
That's two or threefold. That's amazing. That's wonderful. To take on our directorial debut and be one of the lead characters in there, and that was just wonderful. But I forgot to ask you, have we seen you before in anything, or is this your debut as well?
Uh, you've seen me before. Actually, Megan and I, the other lead in
Yes.
this, we did a horror film together called The Sand.
Oh,
Um, and we were leads in that. And since then, it's just been guest stars and recurring on television shows and small indie films that didn't break through. And now I'm writing and directing my own stuff as well.
oh,
And so, yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I
trying
was
to be
going.
multifaceted.
Well, no, that's wonderful. You have to be in this world,
Have
especially
to be.
especially this day and age. You have to have, many plates in the air, or many balls in the air, many whatever in the air. Um, so you have something working right now.
Yes, I have. I just got off the phone with my editor for my short film called Jared, and we're about 95% done. We'll be submitting to festivals starting in 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's my first writing, directing, starring in project, and of course, it's about a. I call him a Black elder millennial who is traversing the gay scene for the first time in his life during a divorce from a woman. And it's
Okay.
partly based on my life and partly based on a couple of friends' lives who didn't know at the time how to be their authentic selves, even
Hmm.
though they had children with a woman in the past, and they were trying to authentically be themselves. And it spoke to me, and I wrote about it, and I'm excited for it to come out and for people to see it soon. Um, yeah.
What helped you become your authentic self? I think a lot of people have not still. I mean, people of my age are still 50s and 60s and 70s are still coming out because they're not their authentic self. So finding that key, that clue in your own personal life is a wonderful thing, but some people never find it. What was yours to make you become your authentic self?
I would say getting away from the home and family that I knew in Arkansas, uh, and moving to New York City and seeing a completely different world out there, different people. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am not on the outskirts of society. I am part of society. I'm a big part of the society. And I am free to be
Wow.
me in all of my color and my size and my voice and all of that. I will say that because of the career that I'm in, during different sections of it, I've had to kind of hide it so that I can get certain roles and
Yes.
bring it out to get other roles. So it's a constant in this industry. It's a constant trying to figure out how much of yourself to show.
That makes you powerful, though. I mean, that you can be a chosen chameleon. I know sometimes it's hard to say, okay, I need to hide this part of me, but it's like, okay, this is a challenge. I'm going to
Yeah,
hide this part of me and rock their world at this.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so that bright yellow behind you, yes, I don't want you to see blending that stick out as much as you can. Be that chameleon in whatever role you need to be. But no, it's it's also very interesting too because you talk about being those different roles, those different characters to meet the need of the demand of the project. You as a younger Cleo, is Cleo short for anything, by the way?
It is, but we don't talk about
We
that.
don't talk about that. So, Mr. Cleo, when you were younger, who did you look up to? Maybe Miss Cleo, I don't
I,
know. But
I,
who did you look up to say, I want to do this, I want to do that? Who helped you bite the bug or get the bug of acting? Who are your role models?
I used to get this question a lot when I was having talent agent and manager meetings in the
Hmm.
beginning of my career. And I would always say there wasn't anyone for me to really look at.
Yeah.
There was Keenan and Kel, um, Keenan Thompson, who I could say, oh, he's kind of doing what I want to do,
Yeah.
but he was still in his child star phase, so there was nothing there. I would say the person who influenced me the most would be Brandy,
Mm.
the singer actress.
Yeah.
I loved her personality. I loved her singing voice. I originally just wanted to be a singer as well. I loved how she went back and forth from TV and to doing music. Um, that's someone who I have followed. I live in Hollywood. She just got her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame like
Oh,
3
nice.
weeks ago. I literally walked out of my house down the street to go watch her get
Amazing.
her thing. So she's been a constant kind of like thing in my life to go after. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
No, that's wonderful. That's good. I mean, you mentioned about different ages, also just genders too that inspire you a lot. We'll
Mhm.
look for a simple answer. So how can I mirror someone? But you're reaching out because you said, there wasn't anyone specific. And we hear that a lot in the gay community. It's like, who was your role model? Well, there wasn't too many there, so I kind of
Right.
hunt and peck. But Brandy's not too shabby. That's pretty good. And congratulations on seeing her get that award. That's wonderful.
All right. It was such a circle moment for me.
What is in the center of her star? Did you notice? Is it a camera? Is it a musical instrument or a musical note? Because sometimes
It's a music thing, I believe.
okay, music. So she got it for music. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you weren't acting, you mentioned singing. Would you be singing? Is that what you'd be doing instead?
No. I would either be in the industry doing all of it, or I would be a lawyer or a judge or a politician, sort of.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I would still be in front of people, just a different sort of.
So you're very confident in being in front of people. That's where you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
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 And it shows. And I want to go back to that and I want to thank you for whomever wrote your part, but also you portraying it. I find often that a lot of gay characters are, what do I want to call them? Accessories or
Mm.
things on the side where they're like, I can go back to a cartoon on Beauty and the Beast, LeFou, or well, that bothers me all the time is in Miss Congeniality too, Joel. He's just a flamboyant person on the side, and I'm like,
Mhm.
what did
Mhm.
we add besides comic relief as a gay person in there? I said, I
Right.
when some you can be comic relief, but also bring it and
Right.
have a strong role. So I really appreciate you acting the way you did, and I appreciate the writing on this too. And
Yeah.
and what I also liked was, this is not 20th Century Fox or Paramount production, but the quality was still there. and the LGBTQ queerness was there as well. A lot of
Hmm.
characters mentioned that, oh, I did this, I did that, or I am this, I am that. And some of you are that way in real life. And it didn't feel force fed,
Right.
which I
Hmm.
liked. It was like said in passing. It wasn't like, let's stop and raise a rainbow flag and let's take note of this and have a commercial about some kind of prep item.
Right.
It wasn't that. It was just natural flow. And I think that's what
Yeah.
we need to be in there. So I thank you and the writers for that.
Yes, and that was one of the things that made me jump at this role, and that was kind of how Danielle approached. Not only are the gay characters not like, one layer, but also the blackness of this whole thing. It isn't just a one sort of layer sort of situation. There are many different types of black people, and it's all shown within this movie. Most of it shown within this movie, and it's just most of my career, I have been the sidekick.
Yes.
I have been the funny guy. I have been, and I love doing those things, and I do them incredibly well. But being able to have an arc,
Hmm.
being able to have a secret, being able to show the audience something that they didn't think that I had available in me, it's just, it's amazing, and it's just those delicious, delectable pieces of art that
No,
you get to consume.
it was
I loved
great.
it.
It was great. Like I said, I loved watching it because of that. You weren't just a funny little co-host on the side with little quick little things and someone making fun of your gayness and your dating. It was kind of part of the story, part of the arc, and it was true to your
Mm.
person. So you weren't a throwaway character. And I really, really appreciate that, not only of you,
Thank
but
you.
the director and the writer. So thank you for bringing it
Yes.
to us. And like I said, me as a little, white boy from New England, watching an all black production, I felt so comfortable. It was so good. And it resonated. I do look for the second option most definitely that's coming out. And I'm hoping that you are still a main role of that. I think the only white person in the cast was a dead person, wasn't it? Maybe. And that was a twist, right? The father that was off.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's I'm totally fine.
Well, the ones in the first beginning of the movie, the ladies,
Oh
the
yes.
opener.
Oh yes. Okay. I forgot about them. I was still focused on you. I'm so sorry. Uh, um, I think that might be it for my questions right now, but I don't want to dig too much deeper because I do want people to go watch it. Definitely. Yes, it's been out for a while. Like I said, I had some more questions I may ask you on the side afterward, but it was a great piece of entertainment. It was a comfortable piece of entertainment with queer representation that was solid and not forced,
Mm.
truly enjoyable. And me, that someone that usually figures it all out from the beginning, I had my lines, but you guys held it together, and I was truly impressed. So thank you for making great
Gotcha.
products. Thank you for being such a great actor in this. And like I
Uh,
said, so when can we see you next? Which film festival are you doing next, so we can kind of stalk you? Like,
we are submitting right now. I have a video game. I'm voicing a character of a video game of that I can't speak of now. It comes out in 4 months. So most people, if they know of
hey,
a big
sorry.
video game that's coming out in 4 to 5 months,
Oh, I do.
that's what a part of.
Wait, a video game or a movie about a video game?
A video game.
Okay.
And then my short Jared comes out. The second season of my talk show, The Moment, comes out after that later this summer. And then, yeah.
Well, definitely send me some links so I can put them up on instinctmagazine.com so we can feed people to what you're doing great next. And if it's 4 months away, still send them to me in the future. I'll throw them in there so we can stalk you this time and follow you because I do definitely want to do that. And I want to see your bright yellow and your bright face again. So
uh,
thank you for
yes.
your time today. And we look forward to more from Cleo Berry. Thank
And
you.
you will get that.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye.
Bye.